dear students, good morning. In previous lecture, we were discuss about the binomial nomenclature and how the scientific name of the organism can be given on the basis of their genus and species. Students, by whom or which institute give the permission to write this scientific name, which can be worldwide famous, or you can say that which can be used worldwide to define the name of any species or any organism. Today in this video lecture we are going to discuss, and also we will discuss how the biological name, or you can say that scientific name of the different species or organism can be written. So let's first discuss about the international system of binomial nomenclature. Students, there are two primary international institute of biological science and research framed two head units that determines the international, or you can say that scientific name of botanical and zoological species. What are that? The first one is the ICBN, and second one is the ICZN, and its head branch is ICBN. Yes, ICBN, International Code for Biological Nomenclature, but here the ICBN means International Code for Botanical Nomenclature. Yes, students, international. This is the institute that internationally governs the rules that is given to any particular organism. International Code for Botanical Nomenclature. ICBN. Likewise, student, ICZN, International, its abbreviation is International Code for Zoological Nomenclature. It means the ICBN governs or frames the name of the scientific name of plant and other kind of trees, whereas the ICZN frames, you can say that, derive the name of animal species. So these both institutes are very helpful in determining the scientific name of plants and animals. Now, students, we are just going to discuss what is the rule, principle or criterions to giving the scientific name of various organisms. So let's going to discuss rules principle, rules are principles and criterion to giving scientific name of organism. So let's talk about the scientific rule to giving binomial nomenclature. So students, first of all, each and every organism name should be given on the basis of genus and species. Yes, students, the first name of species, or you can say that organism, is based upon their genus, and the second name is based upon species. First name should be generic name, it means genus, and second name should be species name. Thus, this system of nomenclature is called binomial nomenclature. Now students, the next one is that while writing the genus and species name, we have to care about how we can write the genus name and the species name. So students, while writing genus name, the first letter should be written in capital, letter, and the rest are in small, It means the rest of the letter should be write in small, which comes in the genus name or generic name. Okay. Next, the species name. Okay, students, what the species name should be always written in only small letter, or all the letters that comes in the species name is only written in small letter and italicized form, and italic or italicized form. One thing more important, students, after writing both generic name, it means genus name, and species name, both names should be underlined. Yeah, both name should be underlined. Example, for example, here I write the name of frog, scientific name of frog. The scientific name of frog, the generic name is Rana. So I write here the first letter of Rana in capital, R, rest in small, Rana, and the species name, all the letters of the species name should be written in small and somewhat italicized. It means थोड़ा सा हम तिरछा लिखें. After that, both names should be underlined. Thus, this is the right method of writing the scientific or biological name of any organism. Rana, Echidna. In Rana is the genus name, and the first letter in capital, rest in small, and Tigrina should be written. All the letters should be written in small letter, small form, and after the writing in italicized form, the Rana and Tigrina both should be underlined. Now students, the scientific name of species, or you can say that organism can be also given on the basis of their habitat, name of discoverer, or name of discoverer. Yes, taking the example, for example, housefly. The scientific name of housefly is Musca domestica. What? Musca domestica. This is the Musca domestica. Domestica, it means it is just found in our surrounding where we live. That's why it is just like domesticated or domestica. Likewise, for cat, Felis domestica for cat, and next, which are based upon the name of discoverer. For example, mango, the king of all fruits. Its scientific name is what? Yes, student, very well. Mangifera indica. What? Mangifera indica. Students, the Mangifera is the generic name of mango, but here the indica was the scientist who first discovered the mango. That's why after his name the species name of mango should be written as indica as per the rule of ICVM and ICZM. Okay, students. Likewise, Apis indica for honeybee. Indica is the surname of the scientist who discovered the honeybees. Okay. Like that, students. One thing more to know: the scientific name of some species should be also given by one or more species name. Yes, student. Let's take an example. Like Gudhal flower. It is also called China rose or China rose. Its scientific name, or you can say that botanical name, either it is plant species, hence its botanical name is hibiscus rosa. What? Hibiscus rosa sinensis. What is, student? Hibiscus rosa sinensis. Here rosa and sinensis both are the species. So more than one species name is written here to make any contradiction between the different species. Likewise, the man's scientific name is Homo. We are hominidae. We are belonging to the order Hominidae. That's why our genus name is Homo and species name are Sapiens. So the scientific name of ourselves are Homo sapiens or Homo sapiens. Both can be written, both are correct. Homo sapiens or Homo sapiens and sapiens. Okay. Thus, students, these are the rules or criterion through which the scientific name of the plant and animal species can be given as per the rules of International Institute, ICVM and ICZM. In next video lecture, we are also going to talk about the hierarchy of species or organism, how the different species are grouped or organized in different strata or in different levels. So, student, thanks for joining today's lecture.